Good afternoon. Welcome back to Red Chevalier Field here in Woodsley, Ontario. Game number 10 of the 2026-22U Canadian Championships. This game is going to feature Team Ontario number 2, the Windsor Selects, as they will take on Team Manitoba, represented by the Carillon Sultans. We'll go through the starting lineups quickly. First, for the visiting team from Windsor, leading off and playing second base, number 1, Cohen Merritt. Batting second, center field, number 28, Ryan Lee. Batting third and playing right field, number 77, Nash Dreger. Batting fourth and catching, number 22, Lucas Laprise. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 11, Sawyer Pace. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 12, Sam Shepard. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 13, Brady Campbell. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 34, Cannon Gale. And batting ninth is the designated hitter, number 23, Andrew Sleeman. The starting pitcher is right-hander Jack Saputo. We'll get the defensive setup here for the Carillon Sultans here in a minute. The battery, though, is catcher number 34, Cal Legassi, and the pitcher is number 50, Josh Dick. That ball popped up into short center field. It will be Brady Papineau who camps under that and makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the first inning. Center fielder Ryan Lee due up second here with one out, top of the first inning. That one hit on the ground to second base. A little bit of a bobble. And that almost costs Carillon there, but the second baseman, Jackson Penner, able to get that one to first in time. Retire Lee for the second out here in the inning. Two quick outs here for the Selects. I'll bring up right fielder Nash Dreger, who takes strike one from right-hander Josh Dick. Grabs the start here for Carillon in this one. Defensively, they're set up in the outfield. Left fielder Ryan Power, center fielder Brady Papineau, and right field is Joe Plett. That ball fouled off over by the Windsor dugout. Around the horn in the infield, third baseman Anders Mayer. At shortstop is Cedric Legassi. At second base, we have Jackson Penner. Over at first is Cody Welgosh. Doing the catching today is Cal Legassi for pitcher Josh Dick. 0-2 pitch. That one popped up on the infield. Welgosh will make the call and the catch. And the Selects are down in order here in the top of the first inning. So we head off to the bottom of the first inning. It will be right-hander Jack Saputo who takes the mound here for the Windsor Selects in this game. He will face first baseman Cody Wilgosh to lead off. Catcher Cal Lagasse due up second, with center fielder Brady Papineau due up third for the Sultans here in the bottom of the first. Cody Wilgosh to lead things off here in the bottom of the first against right-hander Jack Saputo. He's first pitch swinging. That's going to get popped up down the third base line and will sail out of play. Defensive alignment here for the Selects in this one. In the outfield, left to right. Left fielder is Sam Shepard. Center fielder, Ryan Lee. In right field is Nash Dreger. Around the horn in the infield, Brady Campbell at third base. Sawyer Pace is the shortstop. Second baseman, Cohen Merritt. And at first is Cannon Gale. That ball hit on the ground to Gale. He'll flip to pitcher Jack Saputo. He gets to the bag. And the leadoff man is retired for Carillon here in the bottom of the first. Just to finish up on the Selects here, doing the catching today is number 22, Lucas Laprise, for pitcher Jack Saputo, who now has one out here in the bottom of the first inning, and will now deal with Carillon catcher Cal Lagasse, who takes a first pitch strike. Bottom of the first just underway here at Woodsley Park, game number 10 of this year's 2026 22U National Championships. Is that ball going to get down and past the right fielder Dreger to the fence? Lagasse makes his way into second and will be there standing up with a one-out double to get things going for Carillon here in the bottom of the first. That ball hit to right field, caught there by Dreger. The throw to third, and just underneath the tag there. That was some close at third base. Correct call there as the base runner just gets underneath that tag. The throw a little bit high, but what a throw from that part of the field by Selects right fielder Nash Dreger, as he almost throws out that runner sliding into third base. So with two outs now, runner at third base, it's designated hitter Dayton Christensen, who makes his way to the plate now. Ooh, good pitch there from Saputo as the bottom falls out of that one for strike two. And quickly, Christensen in an 0-2 hole here. That ball hit right back to Saputo. He's going to run it right to first base himself. And that is all for Carillon here in the bottom of the first inning. We're all set to go here. Top of the second inning. Lucas Laprise will make his way to the plate to lead things off here for the Selects. Laprise takes a first pitch ball from right-hander Josh Dick. Count 1-1. Here's the pitch. The fastball on the outside corner for strike two. The count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the Windsor Selects catcher. Shortstop Sawyer Pace due up second. Left fielder Sam Shepard will be due up through. That ball popped up down the right field line. It will sail foul into the Windsor Selects bullpen. As we get ourselves situated now, as we had a whole bunch of stuff going on here this game to start, but we're good to go here now. Our scoreboard's flipped over. That will show the second inning here in a second. And then we're good to go. 1-2 pitch up in the zone for ball 2. No score so far between the Carillon Sultans and Windsor Selects here in this game number 10 of the 2026-22U Canadian Championships. Hit up the middle, played there by Josh Dick. He'll flip to Cody Wilgosh at first base. And Laprise retired for the first out here in the top of the second. Sawyer Pace steps in for his first swings of this game. Playing shortstop today for Windsor. Nice pitch there on the inside corner for strike 1. That pitch going to miss outside for a ball. Evens the count now 1-1. Big game for both of these teams. The Windsor Selects come into this game currently sitting at 2-0 in this year's event. That pitch fouled into the netting and out of play. This is the first of 2 games today for the Selects as they will play Carillon right now and will take on the host Tecumseh Thunder Club tonight at 7 p.m. over at Bert Lacasse Park. For Carillon, they currently sit at 2-1 right now. That one fouled away as well, just off to our left. Obviously playing in our last feature game here at Reg Chevalier Field, where they took on the Dartmouth Renegades, dropping that game by a score of 7-4. So that pitch misses for a ball. The count now 2-2. So big implications in this game as far as playoffs go. Again, those games will take place on Sunday at the tournament. Still one more round-robin game for everyone tomorrow. That ball flashed down the left field line and foul. We do have another game that is currently taking place at Bert Lacasse Park right now. They are a couple of innings into that game. I was watching a little bit of the live stream on We Digital before we came on here, and it was 2-2 between Tecumseh and the Halifax Mets in that game as that ball misses up for ball 3. So the count now full here to Sawyer Pace, 3-2. So we will keep you apprised of what's happening in that game over at Lacasse Park. Again, you can follow that game by pulling up the We Digital live stream link, or you can follow on Game Changer by going to the Canada Baseball website at baseball.ca and clicking on the 22U Championship page. So that one fouled off of the plate. Sawyer Pace still alive here with a 3-2 count. And he will foul that one into the netting as well. To see another pitch here from right-hander Josh Dick. Speaking of the other game, as they're in the 5th inning right now, it is Tecumseh leading that game by a score of 4-2 over Halifax. So we will keep you updated on that one while we are on the air for our feature game here in Woodsley. 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Nice play there by Cedric Lagasse as he gets it across the diamond to Wilgosh in time. After a very lengthy at bat, Sawyer Pace retired for the second out here in the 2nd inning. So 2 outs now in the top of the 2nd inning for Windsor. Left fielder Sam Shepard digs in. He hits the ball on the ground to second base. Picked up there clean. As Jackson Penner gets that on to Wilgosh at first. And that is another 3 up, 3 down inning for Josh Dick and the Carillon Sultans. So another clean inning for Josh Dick and the Carillon Sultans in the 2nd inning. No runs on, no hits for the Windsor Selects. There were no Carillon errors and no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 2nd inning here at Red Chevalier Field in beautiful Woodsley, Ontario. The score, the Windsor Selects 0, the Carillon Sultans of Manitoba 0. We'll take a quick break and be right back here for the bottom of the 2nd inning in a couple of seconds. Left fielder Ryan Powers to lead things off here for Carillon in the bottom of the 2nd as he chops that one foul down the 3rd base line. He'll be followed by right fielder Joe Plett and the 3rd baseman Anders Mayer due up 3rd this inning. They are all facing Select's right-hander Jack Saputo in this game. Saputo, after the 1st inning, had a pitch count of 9. That one in on the hands, chopped foul again. That one picked up there by the Carillon 3rd base coach. Again, we've had a few people ask throughout the broadcast. We do keep announcing the pitch counts as there are arm care rules that are in play here with the tournament. So again, just keeping everyone apprised of what those are as well as announcing them here at the park. That one swung on and missed. Laprise has the ball by his feet. He makes the throw to first. And I think that play ended up being a lot closer than everyone's expecting. Powers wasn't getting down the line too quick. Laprise taking his time with the throw, and Powers out by about a step there at first for the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So after all that, we got one out here in the bottom of the second. Right fielder Joe Plett will step in for his first swings here against Saputo. First pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for strike one. The big right-hander Saputo certainly throwing hard here in the first little bit of work we've seen from him. The 0-1 pitch. That one tipped into the glove of catcher Lucas Laprise for strike two. Very quickly, Plett into an 0-2 hole here. Great crowd that's rolled out here to this game in Woodsley. Last one on the day here. That one down in the dirt. It's going to get away from Laprise, but taken for a ball. This will be the last game of the tournament that takes place here in Woodsley, unless we have a tiebreaker game, which would take place on Sunday morning. But that will depend on the final standings and where everyone falls as far as the playoff games go. That will be happening on Sunday. So the rest of the games, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, all will be happening at Bert Lacasse Park in Tecumseh. 1-2 pitch from Saputo. That slider fouled into the netting. So Plett keeps himself alive. Anders Mayer, the third baseman, picks that one up as he waits on deck. Due up third this inning. The pitch. Fastball up for ball two. Down even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score in this game. Bottom of the second inning between the Windsor Selects and Carillon Sultans. Dan Esty on the call here with the CABC Baseball Network. Glad you're able to join us again this weekend. That one hit on the ground to second. Picked up clean there by the second baseman, Cohen Merritt. He gets it on to first. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. So 2 outs for Jack Saputo and the Selects here in the bottom of the second. He will now deal with Carillon third baseman Anders Mayer, who takes a swing at that pitch, comes up empty for strike one. That pitch misses down. Good hold there from Mayer as he takes that one for a ball. Count now 1-1. Here's the pitch. That slider just misses down for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike to count here on Anders Mayer. Second baseman Jackson Penner waits on deck. Through last game for Carillon against the Dartmouth Renegades. Took the loss in that game. Another big swing there from Mayer. Comes up empty for strike 2. The count now 2-2. Saputo set. Here comes the pitch. That one just a little bit up for ball 3. Count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch. Slider. That one in there for strike 3. Nice pitch from Saputo as he drops that one into the zone. Picks up a pair of strikeouts this inning. And another clean one as we are scoreless through 2 innings here at Red Chevalier Field. So another clean inning there for Jack Saputo and the Selects. No runs on no hits for the Carillon Sultans. No Windsor Select errors. No one left on base after 2 innings. The score remains 0-0 between the Windsor Selects and the Carillon Sultans. As we come into the 3rd inning now, it'll be third baseman Brady Campbell to lead things off. First pitch to Campbell. This is down for ball 1, and we are underway here in the top of the 3rd. Bottom 3rd of the order due up here. Brady Campbell up right now. Cannon Gale, the first baseman, due up 2nd. The DH, Andrew Sleeman, due up 3rd as Campbell gets a good piece of that one. Hits it into center field to lead off the top of the 3rd inning for the Windsor Selects. So the leadoff batter aboard here for the Selects, as Campbell singles to center field. And it will be first baseman Cannon Gale, who takes strike 1 from Carillon pitcher Josh Dick. Campbell with his lead from first. That ball belted to left field. And just off the glove of the left fielder and up against the base of the wall. A little bit of a bobble out there as he goes to get it back in. That was almost a great catch there by the Carillon left fielder, Ryan Powers. That just hits off his glove. So that should go down as a hit. And back-to-back hits here for the Selects have runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. So we have runners at 2nd and 3rd here for the Selects, and the first scoring opportunity for them here in the game, as it will be designated hitter Andrew Sleeman, who steps in. He takes that pitch inside, just narrowly misses catching him in the hip. So the count 2-0. As leadoff man and second baseman Cohen Merritt waits on deck. That one misses inside as well for ball 3. So the count now 3-0 to the DH Sleeman. So after a couple of clean innings from Josh Dick, he's into a little bit of a conundrum here in the 3rd. That pitch misses down and away. Sleeman will make his way to first as the bases are now loaded for the selection. It will be leadoff man Cohen Merritt, who makes his way up to the plate. So bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the order up here now for the selects is Cohen Merritt. Will step in. He takes that pitch for strike 1. Merritt 0 for 1 this game. Flew out to center fielder Brady Papineau back in the 1st. That pitch taken for a ball. The count evens out at 1-1. First baseman for Carillon in on the cutout. Same thing with the third baseman. The middle infielder's kind of playing at about medium depth. Still able to turn that double play if they do get the ground ball here. That pitch on the outside corner, called strike 2. So the count here on Merritt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dick has his sign, come set. Here's the pitch. Slider hit up the middle. That goes off the pitcher, Dick. He's able to collect it and get the ball to the plate as they get the lead runner on a 1-2 putout for the first out in the inning. The bases do remain loaded here for the Selects, and it will be center fielder Ryan Lee who makes his way to the plate. So 1 out here for the Sultans in the top of the 3rd inning now. Still in a little bit of a jam here as the bases remain loaded. Center fielder Ryan Lee will take that pitch outside for ball 1. Lee 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to second baseman Jackson Penner back in the 1st. The pitch. That one on the outside corner, strike 1. Count evens out now at 1-1. No score here, top of the 3rd inning between the Windsor Selects and Carillon Sultans. Pitch. That one does miss the outside corner, 2-1. We thank you for taking some time to join in for our feed here this afternoon. Van Esky on the call here with the CABC Baseball Network. Glad you can join us. That ball fouled into the netting by Lee. And the count, I believe, should be 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So Dick has his sign from catcher Cal Legassi. Here's the pitch. Changeup popped up on the infield. That will be an infield fly, so the batter's out. The catch made by the shortstop, Cedric Legassi. So there are a pair of outs here now, and it will be right fielder Nash Dreger coming to the plate. Nash Dreger steps in now with 2 outs. Base is still loaded here for the Selects. First pitch. Slider belted into left field. That is down for a single. 1 run in. The second runner getting the way through the stop sign. The throw to the plate will not get there as it is bobbled by Anders Mayer. And after loading the bases with nobody out, that is a big 2-out hit there by Nash Dreger, which gives the Windsor Selects an early 2-0 lead in this one. So Nash Dreger, the big hit here in this inning for the Selects, as he singles and drives in a pair there to give them an early 2-0 lead as catcher Lucas Laprise fouls that one out of play for strike 1. Laprise 0 for 1. He grounded out to first base back in the 1st inning. To lead off the 2nd inning for him. 2 runners still left on base here for the Selects as they take their lead at 1st and 2nd. That pitch down in the dirt. Good block there from Legassi behind the plate. Count even 1-1. Runners take off. That ball hit down the third base line, and that is narrowly foul. Zach got down the left field line in a hurry, but called foul by the home plate umpire. We don't have a great vantage point from here, but that looked like it was pretty close on that hit. So Laprise will make his way back to the plate. One-two pitch. That one into left field for a single. Left fielder goes to get that. Runner getting the wave around. Here's the throw from the outfield. And just a step late. As Colin Merritt comes across with the third run of the inning for the Selects. And that is an RBI single for catcher Lucas Laprise. As we still have runners on first and second with 2 outs. It'll be shortstop Sawyer Pace coming to the plate. First pitch to Sawyer Pace, taken outside for ball 1. Pace 0 for 1, grounded out to shortstop. Back in the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Changeup misses down for ball 2. So the count 2-0 here on the shortstop Pace. Josh Dick set. Here's the pitch. Up and away for ball 3. So the count 3-0 here on Sawyer Pace. Left fielder Sam Shepard waits on deck. The 3-0 pitch. That one outside as well. So that is a 4-pitch walk to shortstop Sawyer Pace. He makes his way down to first. And the bases loaded again, as it will be Sam Shepard who comes up to the plate, but not before we get a trip to the mound from the Carillon coaching staff. So bases loaded, 2 outs for the Selects here in the top of the third. 3-0 lead for Windsor. We'll take a short break and come right back here in a second. Sam Shepard takes that pitch outside for strike 1. Evens the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the count even here. 3 runs across so far in this inning for the Windsor Selects. We still have the bases loaded here with 2 outs. Fastball in the outside corner called strike 2. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sam Shepard. 0 for 1 this game, grounded out to second base to end the second inning. Here's the pitch from Josh Dick. Slider down to the dirt. Good block there from Cal Legassi behind the plate, as that saves a run for the Sultans. Count even now at 2-2. Two pitch. That one chopped up the middle. That will get played there by the shortstop. Nice throw to first. As it is Cedric Lagasse who records the out. And that is all for the Selects here in the third inning, but not before they're able to open the scoring in this one, as they played 3 runs here in the top of the third and take a 3-0 lead in this game. So the Windsor Selects strike first in this one. They scored 3 runs on 4 hits in the top of the third inning. No Carillon errors. And Windsor leaves 3 runners on base. The score after 2.5 innings of play, it is the Windsor Selects 3. The Carillon Sultans no score. As we head to the bottom of the third inning. We flip our scoreboard over here to the bottom half. It will be 8-9-1 due up here for Carillon. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. 8-9-1 due up here for the Carillon Sultans of Manitoba. Second baseman Jackson Penner to lead things off. Shortstop Cedric Lagasse due up second. We're back to the top of the order for first baseman Cody Wilgosh here in the bottom of the third. That one hit hard to left center field. But the Selects left fielder, Sam Shepard, able to get over into the gap. He makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the third. So 1 out here for the Sultans in the bottom of the third inning. Shortstop Cedric Lagasse, the number 9 hitter, steps in to face Jack Saputo. He takes a swing at that pitch and misses for strike 1. Saputo had thrown 25 pitches through 2 innings as he gets to work here in the third. Another fastball, outside corner, strike 2. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Slider in the dirt, good block there from Laprise. The count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch from Saputo. Fastball up and in for ball 2. This will be the last game of the day here at Woodsley Park. As we said, there is a game going on at Bert Lacasse right now between Nova Scotia 2 and the host Ontario team. 2-2 pitch. Fastball in the outside corner. That one is called strike 3. And Lagasse down on strikes for the second out here in the third inning. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Leadoff man Cody Wilgosh back up for the second time. Takes a slider in the outside corner for strike one. 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to first base. There will be 2 other games at Bert Lacasse today at 4 p.m. It will be Nova Scotia 1, the Dartmouth Renegades, taking on Ontario 1, the Sarnia Brigade, followed by a 7 p.m. game there, which will feature the host Ontario team, the Tecumseh Thunder, taking on Ontario number 2, who you see in the field right now, the Windsor Selects. I will be on the color commentary call for that game with We Digital, so we hope you'll join into that game later this evening. Nice slider there from Saputo, swung through and missed by Wilgosh for strike 2. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-0 Windsor Selects here in the bottom of the third inning. A big 3-run inning for them last inning. That one down in the dirt for a ball. 2-run single off the bat of Nash Dreger, followed up with an RBI single from Lucas Laprise, has given them the lead here in this one. As they batted through the order in the third inning. Count now 2-2 here on Cody Wilgosh. Here's the pitch. Slider hit towards second. And that ball hit hard, but good play there from Cohen Merritt as he makes the catch. And the Carillon Sultans are down in order here in the bottom of the third inning. So a good inning there for Jack Saputo and the Windsor Selects. There are no runs on no hits there for the Sultans. No wins or errors. No runners left on base. We are through 3 innings of play in this game. The score of the Windsor Selects 3. And the Carillon Sultans of Manitoba, no score. We'll be right back here in a couple of minutes with the top of the 4th inning. Day 2 action of the 2026 22U Canadian Baseball Championships. Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Windsor Selects, the third baseman, number 13, Brady Campbell. Brady Campbell to lead things off here in the top of the 4th. He hits a chopper to shortstop, a little bit of a double pump there, but able to get the ball across the diamond in time. And he is retired for the first out here in the top of the 4th. Cannon Gale steps in here with 1 out now in the top of the 4th. He takes a pitch down for ball 1. Gale 1 for 1 this game. He had a double back in the second inning, came around to score 1 of those 3 runs. That ball hit on the ground to third base, throw across the diamond. Ooh, a little bit of a collision there as both players give each other a fist bump and everyone's okay. So Gale will be retired there on the out. That throw from third baseman on Anders Mayer just a little bit low. Glad to see everyone's okay there though. Two outs now in the top of the fourth inning. It will be designated hitter Andrew Sleeman, who steps in now for the Windsor Selects. Get a walk in his first plate appearance. Scored a run, and he hits that one to the right center field gap. That will get all the way to the wall, picked up there by the center fielder, Papineau. He throws it back in. But that is a two-out double for the number 9 hitter, Sleeman. And we are back to the top of the order, as it will be second baseman Cohen Merritt, who makes his way to the plate. So we're back to the top of the order for the Selects. Second baseman Cohen Merritt steps in for these third at bat. He takes that slider down for ball one. Merritt 0 for 2 today. Flew out to center fielder Brady Papineau in the first. He had a fielder's choice in the third. Came around to score in that inning. There's the 1-0 pitch. That one in there for strike one. So the count even at 1-1. Top of the fourth inning, 3-0 Windsor Selects in this game against the Carillon Sultans. That ball hit up the middle on a line. Nice play there by the second baseman, as he's able to bounce that one to first, and it will be there in time to retire Cohen Merritt. Nice play there by Jackson Penner, as that base runner stranded by the Selects, and they get nothing here in the top of the fourth. So the Selects do get a runner on there in the fourth. They're not able to cash in, though. They go no runs on one hit. There were no errors. One runner left on base, as it is 3-0 the Windsor Selects here after 3.5 innings. It is Carillon catcher Cal Lagasse who steps in here to lead off the bottom of the fourth. He takes a swing at that. Pitch comes up empty for strike one. Lagasse 1 for 1 in this game. He had a double back in the first inning. Swings and misses there. And Laprise with the throw to first to complete the strikeout. And Lagasse is the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. We have one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Catcher Lucas Laprise has a quick word there with Saputo. Looks like everyone's good here now. Center fielder Brady Papineau, the batter, 0 for 1. He flew out to right fielder Nash Dreger back in the first. First pitch from Saputo. Slider taken on the outside corner for ball 1. After this half inning, we'll get to an update of the other game happening over at Bert Lacasse Park when we pull it up here on my computer. Big hack there. That one hit down the right field line. First baseman and right fielder both give it a look, but that is going to sail foul into the trees. Saputo back on the mound, ready to go here. Count 1-1 on the batter, Papineau. So we play here 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch misses down and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Saputo set. Here comes the pitch. That one misses down and away for ball 3. So 3-1 count here on the center fielder, Brady Papineau. Designated hitter, Dayton Christensen, due up third. He waits on deck. As the Sultans trying to break through on the scoreboard here. No runs through 3 innings for them. That pitch up and in. And that will be a walk to Brady Papineau. He makes his way down to first, and the DH Christensen makes his way to the plate. So Christensen makes his way to the plate. Plate umpire having a discussion here with one of the selects coaches. Not sure if Saputo took exception to something that happened there, but coach gets the explanation. So either way, it looks like everything's good to go here. Christensen will dig in with 1 out. He's 0 for 1 as he grounded out back to pitcher Jack Saputo, who took the out at first himself. As Christensen comes up empty on that swing for strike 1. 3-0 Windsor selects as we play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That pitch, fastball in the outside corner for strike 2. 0-2 count now. If you're joining in on the stream, welcome. Almost 3 o'clock here, local time in Woodsley, Ontario. We appreciate you joining into the stream. 0-2 pitch. Fouled out of play off to the right. Had lots of visitors here the last few days from mainly Manitoba and Nova Scotia, as those are the visiting teams, but lots of viewers from around the country, which is great to see. Happy to be here bringing you live action at Woodsley. Swung on and missed there by Christensen. He's down on strikes for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th. So 2 outs now. Papineau still the runner at first. It will be left fielder Ryan Powers, who takes a big hack at that pitch. Comes up empty for strike 1. So 1 strike on the batter. Powers 0 for 1. He struck out back in the 2nd inning to lead things off. The 0-1 pitch from Saputo, hit on the ground towards second base. That one comes up and hits Merritt in the hat. The throw to first, that one wide. And it looks like that is out of play, so both base runners going to get an extra base Papineau will stop at third. And Power will get to second base as the throwing error to Cohen Merritt. Now has runners at second and third here with 2 outs. And it will be right fielder Joe Plett coming up to the mound. Or up to the plate, excuse me. So the error to Cohen Merritt has given the Sultans a little bit of life here in the fourth. As the first pitch to right fielder Joe Plett misses outside for ball 1. Runners in second and third here with 2 outs for the Carillon team. Plett on the day 0 for 1, grounded out to second base, back in the second inning. That one good location from Saputo on the outside corner for strike 1. Three nothing. Windsor selects in this one as we play here in the bottom of the fourth inning in Woodsley, Ontario. 1-1 pitch. That fastball tipped into the glove of Lucas Laprise for strike 2. And the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Plett will dig back in here, trying to keep this rally going for the Sultans. 1-2 pitch from Saputo. Fastball in the same spot, not biting this time though. It's the count now, 2-2. Saputo set. Here's the pitch. Slider chop towards third, but that will kick foul. So the count remains 2-2. Count still 2-2 on right fielder Joe Plett as he fouls another one into the netting. Quick update from Bert Lacasse Park. That game that started at 1 o'clock. They're in the 7th inning. And it is now tied 4-4 between the Halifax Mets and the Tecumseh Thunder in that game. So again, we'll keep you apprised of what's happening there. You can pick up the Wii Digital live stream on that one as well. That pitch misses upstairs for ball 3. Count full now, 3-2. Big opportunity here for Carillon to try and chip into this Selects lead, which is currently 3-0 right now. The pitch. Chopped on the ground towards short, little slow roller. Picked up there, the throw across the diamonds. Not in time, as that was very close at first base there. Nice pickup by Sawyer Pace. And narrowly misses getting the runner at first. That will be an infield single for Plett. And the Carillon club on the board here as they cut the lead to 3-1. Go Anders. So runners at first and third. It'll be Sultan's third baseman, Anders Mayer, who steps in 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He takes a pitch up for ball 1. Gotta be strikes, Anders. 1-0 pitch. Good fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. 3-1, Windsor selects now in this one. The Sultans able to answer back with one here in the inning. They have runners on the corners with 2 outs. And a 1-1 count on the batter, Mayer. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt, swung on and missed. Nasty pitch there from Saputo as that one dropped right out of the zone for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count now. Ryan Powers, the runner at third. He takes his lead. Runner takes off to second. That one in the dirt. It's going to get to the backstop. The priest comes back to retrieve it. The runner was on the move. He continues to third and is in there safely. So Carillon able to plate another run there. So the score now 3-2. The runner on the move at first was able to go first to third, and they get all the way over to third base safely. That is Joe Plett that is there. We have, I believe, an ejection that just took place here. So we're going to let the umpires and the coaches sort that out. We'll take a break. 3-2 in this game now. The Windsor Selects lead the Carillon Sultans. We'll be right back in a minute. All right, looks like we got everything sorted. Runner left on third here for Carillon. That is Joe Plett that is there. 2 runs across so far this inning. Anders Mayer still at the plate. Count 2-2. The pitch from Saputo. Slider chopped to third base. Going to get taken there on a couple of hops. The throw across the diamond is in time as Brady Campbell retires Anders Mayer at third. And that's all in this inning for Carillon, but not before they are able to chip away at that Windsor lead as they plate 2 runs and now trail by a score of 3-2. So a productive inning there for the Carillon Sultans as they get 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Windsor Selects error, and there was 1 runner left on base. So we are through 4 innings. The score: the Windsor Selects 3, the Carillon Sultans 2. So we're into the top of the 5th inning here. 3-2, the Windsor Selects over the Carillon Sultans. As we kick off this inning, 2 runs the last inning for the Sultans, as they were able to chip away at that Windsor lead. That one fouled into the netting for strike 2. Not sure around the circumstances and whatever else happening. There's been a little bit of chirping going on here the last inning in a bit. But out of all that, it is a player ejected from the Carillon Sultans there, as left field is now being played by Connor Martin as he takes the place of Ryan Powers. So I'm assuming Ryan was the player ejected, as the first batter sat down on strikes here in the top of the 5th inning for Windsor. So we have 1 out here in the top of the 5th. That ball hit hard by Dreger into the hole at shortstop. The throw across the diamond. Will Gosh can't hang on to that one. So that will go down as an infield hit. Tough play there as that one ends up in the hole at shortstop. There's a 1-out base runner here for the Windsor Selects, and it'll be catcher Lucas Laprise coming up to the plate. First pitch of the next at bat. Dreger tries to steal second base and is promptly thrown out there by catcher Cal Lagasse. Just like that, the single erased, and there's a pair of outs here now in the top of the 5th. As Laprise going to dig back in here. The count 1 strike. That pitch, a slider on the outside corner for strike 2. And the count 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Picked up there. The throw across. In time is Will Gosh able to squeeze that throw from Cedric Lagasse. And the Carillon Sultans work around an infield single and keep the Windsor Select scoreless here in the top of the 5th. So the Windsor Selects get an infield single that inning, which is promptly a waste, as Dreger tried to steal second base there. Nothing across for the Selects as they go no runs on 1 hit. No Carillon errors, no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning now. The score remains the Windsor Selects 3 and the Carillon Sultans 2. Heat 9-1 due up here for the Sultans. It will be second baseman Jackson Penner to lead things off. So Penner going to lead things off here for the Sultans, to be followed by shortstop Cedric Legassi. And we'll be back to the top of the order for Cody Wilgosh. Nice change up there from Saputo, swung through and missed for strike one. Penner on the day, 0 for 1, flew out to the left fielder, Sam Shepard. That was the lead off the third inning. 0-1 pitch. Another changeup. That one taken in the dirt, though, for ball one. Again, we just did give an update here at the park. As the other game happening at Bert Lacasse Park right now is 4-4 as they play in the seventh inning between the Tecumseh Thunder and Team Nova Scotia number 2, the Halifax Mets. So again, you can follow that one on Game Changer on the Baseball Canada website, or you can join in on the We Digital live stream that they have going over there, which I will be working with later tonight at 7 p.m. when these Windsor Selects will take on the host Tecumseh Thunder in that game. So we hope you'll join us for that one. Here's the pitch. Slider misses outside for a ball. So I believe the count here, 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-2 Windsor as we play here in the bottom of the 5th inning over Carillon. That one hit hard to left field. That is going to get down inside the line and fair. The left fielder Shepard runs over and picks it up. And that is a leadoff single here in the 5th inning for Jackson Penner. And it will be shortstop Cedric Legassi coming to the plate. So Penner takes his lead from first. Legassi squares the bunt. He gets it down clean. Saputo picks it up. The throw to first. A little bit wide, but good job there by the first baseman, Cannon Gale, as he's able to climb the ladder and get that throw and come back down on the bag for the first out here in the inning. That does advance the runner into scoring position now with 1 out. And we'll be back to the top of the order for Cody Wilgosh. So Cody Wilgosh digs in here for his third at bat of the game. 0 for 2. He grounded out to third base and lined out to first base. So he has been keeping Cannon Gale busy this game. First pitch hit on the ground to second base. Cohen Merritt picks that one up, throws to first. And on 1 pitch, Wilgosh retired for the second out in the inning. Does advance the runner to third base now with 2 outs. And that will be the catcher, Cal Legassi, coming to the plate. So 2 outs, a runner in scoring position here for Carillon. It's catcher Cal Legassi who steps in. He takes a big hack at that Jack Saputo fastball. Comes up empty for strike 1. Three-2 Windsor Selects as we play here, bottom of the 5th inning. A 1 pitch from Saputo. Slider in the dirt. Good block there by catcher Lucas Laprise as he keeps the runner at third base. Center fielder Brady Papineau waits on deck if the inning is extended here. The pitch. Fastball just a little bit up in the zone for ball 2. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 1 pitch from Saputo. Good fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. count now, 2-2 on the catcher Legacy. Second baseman Jackson Penner, the runner at third. Two pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to second base. Picked up there by Cohen Merritt. On to first. And Saputo able to skate out of that jam here in the bottom of the fifth as a runner stranded at third by Carillon. So the Sultans threaten in that inning as they're able to get a runner to third base, but he is stranded there as Jack Saputo and the Selects defense able to get out of the inning. For Carillon, they had no runs on one hit. There were no Selects errors. There's one runner left on base. We are through 5 innings of play here at Reg Chevalier Field in Woodsley. The score remains the Windsor Selects 3 and the Carillon Sultans 2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. It will be shortstop Sawyer Pace, the number 5 hitter, leading things off here for the Selects. First pitch to shortstop Sawyer Pace. This is outside for ball 1 as we kick off the top of the 6th inning of this one. 3-2 Windsor Selects, leading the Carillon Sultans of Manitoba. That pitch misses outside as well for ball 2. Pace due up first. Left fielder Sam Shepard due up second. What will be the third baseman Brady Campbell, slated to hit third this inning. That pitch going to miss upstairs as well. Runs the count now to 3-0. Fairly entertaining game that we've witnessed so far in this one as we come into the 6th. That pitch in there for strike 1. The Selects scoring all their runs back in the 3rd inning as they get a 2-run single from Nash Dreger, followed by a RBI single from Lucas Laprise. The Sultans answer back with their 2 runs in the 4th inning. That pitch in there for strike 2. They get an RBI single from Joe Plett. The other run coming in on a pass ball. And that's where we stand right now with a 3-2 lead for the Selects. Full count pitch from Josh Dick. That fastball fouled to the backstop. So the count remains full here, 3-2. Sawyer going to dig back in here now for another full count offering. Here's the pitch. That one popped up. It's going to be the shortstop who makes the call. And he'll make the catch as Cedric Legacy brings that one in for the first out in the top of the 6th. That first pitch to Sam Shepard, fouled out of play for strike 1. 0 for 2 for the left fielder today. A pair of groundouts to second base and shortstop. He takes an 0-1 pitch down there for ball 1. count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Third baseman Brady Campbell waits on deck. That pitch taken up for a ball as well. Count now 2-1. 3-2 Windsor selects here in the top of the 6th. Dan Esty on the call here for the CABC Baseball Network. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Here from Woodsley, Ontario. That fastball in the outside corner. Strike 2. We will get to a tournament update after this half inning. We'll see what's happening with that other game over at Bert Lacasse Park. That one fouled off the catcher. So they are in extras over at Bert Lacasse Park right now, and Team Nova Scotia too. The Halifax Mets just went ahead 5-4 in that game as that ball popped up out to right field. And it will be the Carillon right fielder, Joe Plett, who makes the catch for the second out here in the inning. So that first pitch to Brady Campbell is a strike. I believe the count here 0-2, although there's nothing showing yet. 0-2. The pitch hit towards third, and that's going to get into left field as it gets past Anders Mayer. And there's a 2-out single for the Windsor Selects as they have a runner aboard here in the top of the 6th. And it will be Cannon Gale making his way to the plate. So first baseman Cannon Gale will step in now with a runner at first and 2 outs. He takes a fastball there just outside for ball 1. Again, in case you missed our update there, they are in extras over at Bert Lacasse Park right now. Halifax Mets have just pulled ahead of the Tecumseh Thunder by a score of 5-4 over there. So we'll keep an eye on how that one finishes as we wrap up our action here at Reg Chevalier Field. That pitch in there for strike 1. The count now 1-1. Gale on the day, 1 for 2. Had a double and scored in the 3rd inning and grounded out to third baseman Anders Mayer in the 4th. The pitch down in the dirt. Good block there from Cal Lagasse. As the count now 2-1. Base runner Campbell with the lead at first. That pitch up and in for a ball. The count now 3-1. 3-2 Windsor Selects as we play here in the top of the 6th inning of this one. Runner at first and 2 out for the Selects. 3-1 pitch to Gale. Hit towards right center field. That is going to get down for a single. Campbell makes a little bit of a turn there at second, but he'll make his way back. And a couple of singles have the Selects threatening here in the top of the 2nd inning with 2 outs, or the top of the 6th inning, with 2 outs. So a pair of 2-out singles have the Windsor Selects with a chance to score here in the 6th. It is designated hitter Andrew Sleeman who steps up. The first pitch to him, a slider that has bounced in there. That gets away from the catcher, Legassi. Both runners are going to advance 90 feet. They now have 2 runners in scoring position. And a 1-0 count here on the DH Sleeman, who is 1 for 1 today. Walked in his first at bat, came around to score, had a double in the 4th. 1-0 pitch to Sleeman. Nice fastball there in the inside corner for strike 1. Caught Sleeman looking over the plate there and ran that one nicely on the inside corner to even the count 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That fastball heading towards the left center gap, and that is going to get down and into the gap. 1 run comes in, a 2nd run comes in. Sleeman is going to put the brakes on at 2nd. And a big 2-run double. As Sleeman's big day continues, his 2nd hit, his 2nd double, and now has 2 RBIs to go along with that run. And the Selects now have a 5-2 lead in this game. So a 2-run double off the bat of DH Andrew Sleeman has extended this Windsor Selects lead now to 5-2. And we are back to the top of the order as second baseman Cohen Merritt is going to step in. We will update our scoreboard. So 5-2 Selects here in the top of the 6th. Still 2 outs, and all this with 2 outs for the Selects. As the first 2 batters retire. That ball hit up the middle off the glove of the pitcher, right to the second baseman though. They make the throw to first. And Merritt is retired, but not before the Selects are able to tack on a couple of insurance runs here in this one. They now lead 5-2 after 5.5 innings of play. So a good inning there for the Windsor Selects as they are able to plate 2 runs in that one. So they get 2 runs on 3 hits, all with 2 outs. There were no Carillon errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. Score after 5.5 innings of play is the Windsor Selects 5, the Carillon Sultans 2. As we head to the bottom of the 6th here, it'll be 3-4-5 due up for the Sultans, with center fielder Brady Papineau hitting first. So Brady Papineau going to lead things off here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Carillon Sultans. We do have a quick update from Bert Lacasse Park. That is a final score now as the Tecumseh Thunder walk off the Halifax Mets by a score of 6-5 there. So we'll have a look at standings and everything after we're done with this one here, as that pitch misses down for a ball. That pitch hit up the middle, and that's going to get chopped into center field for a leadoff single here off the bat of Brady Papineau. Your attention, now pitching for the Windsor Selects is number 39, Michael Grondin. Now batting for Carillon is the DH, number 26, Dayton Christensen. We do have a pitching change here for the Windsor Selects in this inning, as it will be Michael Grondin who will take over on the hill for starter Jack Saputo. Runner takes off to second. Throw from Laprise. That's going to be wide to the left. And the runner Papineau going to be safe on the stolen base. So a runner in scoring position here for the Sultans in the sixth. It's Christensen at the plate. Papineau steals second. That ball hit too short left field. That might be trouble. Ooh, nice running catch there by the left fielder, Sam Shepard, as he gets under that one and makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So Connor Martin will step in for his first at bat of the game. He takes a pitch up from Grondin for ball one. Martin came in back in the fourth inning after the ejection of Ryan Powers. So he took over in left field. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing there from Martin. He comes up empty for strike one. So the count 1-1. The runner at second base is Brady Papineau, who led off this inning with a single up the middle. 5-2 Windsor Selects here in the bottom of the sixth inning. The pitch from Grondin. Slider up in the zone for a ball. Count now 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled into the netting for strike two. So the count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As we see Joe Plett go and retrieve that one. He waits on deck. The pitch from Grondin. That one fouled into the netting. So Martin able to keep himself alive here in this at bat. Again, in case you missed it, the Tecumseh Thunder walk off the Halifax Mets in the other game happening over at Bert Lacasse Park. They win by a score of 6-5 in 8 innings. And we'll have a look at the standings after this game. That one, fastball in the outside corner. Good pitch there from Grondin as he catches Connor Martin looking on strikes for the second out here in the inning. Right fielder Joe Plett takes a hack at that first pitch from Grondin, fouls it off just in front of his dugout for strike one. Plett on the day, 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. He looks to try and extend this inning. That pitch up in the zone for ball one. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Couple of looks at Papineau. Here's the pitch. That one hit towards right field, and that's going to be trouble. That's off the hands, and that gets down and gets by Drieger in right field. The runner on his way to second makes the turn on his way to third, and will be in there standing up, as that is an RBI triple for Joe Plett. Carolyn able to get one back here in the inning, as Plett picks up his second RBI of the day. And Carolyn now trails in this game 5-3. Your attention, pinch hitting for the Sultans, number 44, Mike Lindsay. So Mike Lindsay going to pinch hit here for Carolyn as he swings for third baseman Anders Mayer. And quickly is in an 0-2 hole here against Grondin. That pitch misses down and in. Good block there from catcher Lucas Laprise. That will keep Plett at third base. Five to 3, Windsor selects here in the bottom of the 6th inning over the Carolyn Sultans. Glad you're able to join in on our stream this afternoon as we wrap up our action here at Red Chevalier Field. Nice pitch by Grondin, fastball down and in. Lindsay comes up empty on the swing, and he is down on strikes for the third out in the inning. But Carolyn able to chip into that Windsor lead a little bit as they played a run and now trail in this game by a score of 5-3. So the Sultans do leave a runner on base in scoring position, but they do get a run back that inning. They get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Windsor errors. There was 1 runner left on base. We are through 6 innings of play. The score, it is the Windsor Selects 5, the Carolyn Sultans 3. We do have some defensive changes for Team Manitoba here in this inning. They do have a new pitcher in now, as it will be Carson Jansen, who takes over on the mound. And a few other defensive changes as well. So the new pitcher this inning for the Carillon Sultans is number 21, Carson Jansen. A few other defensive changes as well. Mike Lindsay will remain in this game. He goes to first base. First baseman Cody Wilgosh, he will make his way to second. And the second baseman Jackson Pender will make his way over to the hot corner at third base. The count 1-2 here on batter Ryan Lee as he swings and misses that one. Catcher will apply the tag to complete the out. And there's one out here in the top of the seventh as we flip our scoreboard over. And it will be right fielder Nash Dreger who comes up now. So the strikeout is the first out here in the inning as new pitcher Carson Jansen delivers that pitch inside to right fielder Nash Dreger. Dreger on the game. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Popped out to first base. He has a pair of RBIs. He takes that pitch for a strike. Again, this will be our last game of the day here at Red Chevalier Field. The rest of the action for the day taking place at Bert Lacasse Park. We'll update you on what's happening with that after this game. Ground ball to the shortstop. Picked up there nicely by Cedric Lagasse. He makes the throw to first. And Dreger retired for the second out here in the top of the seventh. So 2 outs for the Selects here in the top of the seventh. It will be catcher Lucas Laprise, who looks to try and keep this inning going for Windsor. 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. He grounded out to first to back in the second inning. Grounded out to the shortstop in the fifth. So he takes a first pitch ball. That one misses inside as well for ball 2. Again, new pitcher Carson Jansen just into this game in the seventh as he takes over for starter Josh Dick. He exits after giving up 5 runs on 9 hits over his 6 innings of work in this one. That pitch misses outside for ball 3. Shortstop Sawyer Pace waits on deck if the inning is extended here. That pitch misses down. That is a 4-pitch walk for Laprise. And it will be the shortstop Sawyer Pace who will make his way up to the plate. So the inning extended here with the 2-out walk to Laprise. Sawyer Pace going to step in now for another at bat. 0 for 2. Grounded out to shortstop, popped out to shortstop. All that sandwiched around a walk back in the third inning as that ball gets away from catcher Cal Lagasse. And Laprise able to move up to second and get himself into scoring position. First pitch, or that pitch, a strike to Pace as he squared to bunt, pulls it back. So the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Nice fastball there in the inside corner. Pace able to get a piece of that one, but squeezed by the catcher Cal Lagasse for strike 2. So left fielder Sam Shepard on deck if Pace is able to extend this inning. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just outside. A little bit up. Count even now at 2-2. 5-3 Windsor Selects as we play here in the top of the 7th inning over the Carolina Sultans. Two-two pitch from Jansen. Curveball swung on and missed. And Pace down on strikes as Jansen able to strand that base runner at second and get his team into the bottom of the 7th inning here, but they are stuck 2 right now. So the Selects get a 2-out base runner, and they're unable to get any more than that in that inning as they get no runs on no hits. There were no Carolina errors. 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael Grondin back out to the mound as he came in relief of Jack Saputo last inning, as he looks to try and shut the door here on this Windsor Selects win, as they lead this game right now 5-3. He will be facing 8-9-1 this inning, as it will be now third baseman Jackson Penner, who will lead things off, followed by the shortstop Cedric Lagasse, and back to the top of the order for Cody Wilgosh. So we're back, bottom of the 7th inning. The Carolina Sultans stuck 2 runs, as it is Michael Grondin who will be tasked with trying to lock up this win here for the Selects. He's into his 2nd inning of relief work. In from starter Jack Saputo, as that pitch sails outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. As it is third baseman Jackson Penner who will lead things off. The pitch in on the hands, fouled into the netting for strike 2. Shortstop Cedric Lagasse due up second this inning, and it will be back to the top of the order for Cody Wilgosh, who will hit third. 2-2 count here on Penner. As he looks to try and get things going for Carolina. The pitch hit up the middle, and that is a leadoff single for Penner here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the tying run now coming to the plate for Carolina, as we will get a trip to the mound here by the Selects coaching staff. So the shortstop, Cedric Lagasse, will be the batter. But we are going to get a pitching change here for the Selects. So they're going to take the warm-up pitches. We'll come back with a change here in a minute. Runner at first, nobody out here. Bottom of the 7th inning for Carolina. 5-3. The Windsor Selects lead this game. We'll be right back in a second. So the pitching change here for the Windsor Selects. We'll see right-hander Evan Marks come into this game as he will try and close the door. He will be facing shortstop Cedric Legassi. Here to lead things off, runner at first is Jackson Penner, who just had a single. So Legassi going to step in here. He is the tying run in this game right now, as it is 5-3 for the Windsor Selects as we play here in the bottom of the 7th. That ball is belted to left field, sends the left fielder back at the track, at the wall. That ball is out of here. A 2-run home run for Cedric Legassi as he hits it off the light pole in left field. And this game is tied after the 2-run home run. So Legassi steps in, takes the first pitch that he sees from Evan Marks and deposits that over the fence in left field. And we have a new baseball game here as it is now tied 5-5. So we'll go back to the top of the order now. Cody Wilgosh will step in. He takes a hack and misses there for strike one. That pitch from Mark sails outside for ball one. Count even now a 1-1. Wilgosh on the day 0 for 3. Grounded out to first, grounded out to second, lined out to first. 1-1 pitch. Fastball fouled into the netting. 5-5 baseball game now after that 2-run home run off the bat of Cedric Legassi. Has tied this game up here in the bottom of the 7th. Still nobody out. Marks has his sign. Here comes the pitch. Change up into the netting just above the Carillon dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count here. That ball hit towards right center field. Ooh, what a catch by the Windsor center fielder, Ryan Lee, as he goes full extension and pulls that one off the turf. I'm sure he's going to feel that for a second. He takes a second to get the wind back into himself. He hit the ground pretty hard there. But what a catch. That ball destined for the gap, and he's able to get over and make the grab for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th after that great catch from center fielder Ryan Lee. That will bring up the Sultans catcher, number 34, Cal Legassi. Big swing there. It comes up empty for strike one. Legassi on the game, 1 for 3 with a double back in the first. He struck out in the 4th. Rounded out to the second baseman, Cohen Merritt, in the 5th. That pitch down for a ball. 1-1 the count. Center fielder Brody Papineau waits on deck. That ball belted to right field. That's going to send the right fielder back at the wall. And Dreger with a nice catch on the warning track. As Legassi got a good piece of that one and came within about 5 to 6 feet of walking this one off as he makes his way back to the bench. He is the second out here in the inning. Now batting, the center fielder, number 68, Brady Papineau. Papineau gets a good piece of that one to right field as well. But again, Dreger there to make the catch. And the Carillon Sultans able to send this game into extras on the power of a 2-run home run off the bat of Cedric Legacy. And we are getting some free baseball here in Woodsley as the game now tied 5-5 and we are heading to extra innings. So for Carillon, they get down to their final at bat, and they are able to extend this game as we head off to extra innings. 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Windsor Select errors, and there were no runners left on base. The score after 7 complete innings of play. It is the Carillon Sultans 5, the Windsor Selects 5, as we head off to the top of the 8th inning. Again, the extra inning rule in effect here for this tournament. So in extra innings, the teams start with a runner at second base and nobody out. And the order picks right up where we left off from in the last inning. Shepard squares the bunt, pulls that back for ball 1. Again, the way the extra inning rules work is the last out of the previous inning will start as the runner at second base. So that runner, in this case for Windsor, is Sawyer Pace. Squares the bunt again. The bunt is down. That one fair. Picked up by Legacy. The throw to first. And the sacked bunt is successful for Sam Shepard as he is retired 2-3 for the first out at first base. So a runner at third base after the successful sack bunt. Carillon with 1 out. And they're going to pull the infielders all in here as they're all on the edge of the grass. First pitch, a fastball up to Brady Campbell. Campbell 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. He scored a run. Left-handed pitcher Carson Jansen delivers that pitch in there for strike 1. It's into his second inning of work as he came in the 7th to replace starter Josh Dick, who exited after giving up 5 runs on 9 hits in his 6 innings of work. So swing and a miss there for strike 2 from Brady Campbell. And the count is now 1-2. Cannon Gale waits on deck. The pitch. Fastball up for a ball. Count even now at 2-2. Jansen set. The pitch. Third ball hit towards right field. That is probably going to be deep enough to get the run in here as the right fielder going to give it all he has from the throw. And the Selects get the sack fly there from Brady Campbell. And they have retaken the lead in this game now by a score of 6-5 on the power of that sack fly from Brady Campbell. So 2 outs here now in the top of the 8th inning. The Windsor Selects have reclaimed a 6-5 lead in this game on the sack fly from Brady Campbell. Base is empty with 2 outs now, and it will be first baseman Cannon Gale who will step in. That ball hit towards first base. The catch made by the first baseman Mike Lindsay. And that is all for the Selects here in the 8th, but they do get a run here and reclaim the lead in this game 6-5 as we play here in extra innings. So the Selects able to push one across there in the top of the 8th inning as they get a sack fly off the bat of Brady Campbell to retake the lead in this one 6-5. They get 1 run on no hits, no Carillon errors. There was no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The score, the Windsor Selects 6, the Carillon Sultans 5. So same as last inning, the Sultans will get a runner that starts at second base. That will be the last out from the previous inning, which will be Brady Papineau. And the leadoff batter here for the Sultans will be the DH Dayton Christensen. So the runner at second, Brady Papineau. As Christensen squares the bunt, he pulls back and takes a pitch for ball 1. So just like last inning, the Sultans start with their last out at second base here as per the extra innings rules. That is Brady Papineau. The count here on the DH, Dayton Christensen, is 1-0. That ball hit to right field, and it's going to get down for a single. Papineau makes the turnaround third, but he's going to get the stop sign. And the Sultans have runners on the corners here with nobody outs. And it will be Connor Martin who makes his way to the plate. That ball absolutely crushed down the right field line, but it will sail well foul. Now batting for Carillon, the left fielder, number 39, Connor Martin. That ball chop foul for strike 2 here on Connor Martin. Mason Hooper is the pinch runner at first base. That ball off the glove of the shortstop. Both runners are going to be safe. That does bring a run across as well. And this game now tied here in the bottom of the 8th, as it is now 6-6. Runners at first and second, still nobody out. And it'll be right fielder Joe Plett who comes to the plate. First pitch to Joe Plett, swung on and missed for strike 1. Plett on the day, 2 for 3 with a triple and a single. He has a pair of RBIs. Here's the pitch. Little chopper to second base. Play made there. Merritt on to first. Ooh. The runner at third thought about going there and dives right back into the bag at third. Hopefully he's okay, as it looks like he's holding his shoulder. So on the play, the good play there by Merritt as he flips to second to get the lead runner. That is Mason Hooper, who is now at third. And it's Plett that is going to be at first after the fielder's choice. So all said and done here when the dust settles, 1 out, runners on the corners for Carillon. And it will be Mike Lindsay who comes to the plate. We are going to get a trip to the mound here by the Windsor coaching staff. So runners at first and third for the Carillon Sultans. It'll be Mike Lindsay at the plate as the runner takes off to second. That ball popped up, and it's going to be back and out of play just to our left. So the base runner, Joe Plett, will make his way back to first. Count 0-1 here on Lindsay, as he is 0 for 1 in this game with a strikeout back in the 6th. He did take over partway through the game for Anders Mayer. Runner takes off again. That ball popped up to left center field. Center fielder lines it up, makes the catch. Here comes the throw to the plate. That is going to be well left. And the sac fly will be the walk-off here for Mike Lindsay. And the Carillon Sultans able to pick up their third win in this tournament as they move to 3-1. As they walk off the Windsor Selects by a score of 7-6 in 8 innings. We're going to take a quick break from here. We'll come back for our post game here in a second as we fulfill our duties here at the stadium with the public address announcing. So for Carillon in the bottom of the 8th inning, they get the walk-off sac fly off the bat of Mike Lindsay. So they get 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Windsor error. And there was 1 runner left on base. The final score here at Red Chevalier Field, it is the Carillon Sultans who move to 3-1 on the tournament as they defeat the Windsor Selects 7-6 in 8 innings. The Selects now drop to 2-1, and we'll have 1 more game left today as they take on the host Tecumseh Thunder tonight at 7 p.m. back at Bert Lacasse Park. I will be on the call for that one, doing color with We Digital. The game that is happening there right now, as we said we would update everyone at the end of this one, it is Ontario 1, which is the Sarnia Brigade. They are taking on Nova Scotia 1, which is the Dartmouth Renegades. The Sarnia Brigade enter that game at 0-3. The Renegades from Dartmouth, they enter that game at 1-2, so big implications there for both teams. We thank you for joining into our stream here this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed all the action that we brought you here from Red Chevalier Field. Unless there is a tiebreaker game on Sunday, that will be the end of our coverage for the weekend. Like I said, I will be hanging out with the We Digital crew the rest of the weekend, as I will be doing color on a couple more games for them, including some games coming up on Saturday and Sunday of the tournament. Again, the final score here at Woodsley Park, the Carillon Sultans 7, the Windsor Selects 6 in 8 innings. Thank you for joining the stream. We appreciate your support, and have a great afternoon. Take care, and we'll talk soon.